What's going on, everybody? It's Brian from Brian Loves Bonsai, and I'm back with another video for you today. Today I'm going to be repotting this large Pink Powderpuff Calliandra bonsai. It's something that has been growing at my parents' house for a while. It was in a very large ceramic nursery pot for like a house plant or something like that. It was outside growing in full sun, probably for 3 years without really any care to the root structure or anything like that. It's been in that big pot the whole time, and as you can see at this point, it did fill up that entire pot pretty much completely. We got roots all the way down to the bottom, almost as tall as the tree itself. So I'm going through on this Pink Powderpuff and I'm doing some structural work. Pink Powderpuff does tend to grow very straight, and so if you're not applying wire to the tree, you're going to have to go very hard with the clip and grow. There's some very, very long straight sections on this tree, and so I'm just cutting those back. If there's anything that I feel like can be usable as a branch going forward, I'm leaving a couple of inches on that piece so that I can then wire out the new shoots that come from that area and start to build some transition and taper for those primary branches. Pink Powderpuff is also a very tropical tree, so doing this work in the summer is the perfect time for it. It's going to respond very well, and I actually did record this video probably close to a month ago now, and so I can go ahead and show at the end of the video what the tree looks like a month later having done the work, so you can see at the end that it's not all just for show, that it actually does work, because this root ball ends up getting very, very significantly reduced down from this 7-gallon pot down into a couple of inches high. I do get pretty aggressive with it and break out the electric pole saw to get some of the bottom section off and started. These grow roots very vigorously. As you can see, they were wrapping around the outside of the pot, and there is pretty much root mass all the way through here. I did not want to go as intensive as I did on this repot, but unfortunately there was some significant structural issues. There was roots crossing all over the place. It was just stuff that was never ever going to work for fitting into a bonsai pot or displaying in a bari at all, and so I just kind of had to continue to chip away at it. It definitely was a little nerve-wracking for me because I did reduce it so much, but it just goes to show you how tough these trees really can be, especially when they've been growing vigorously and they've been storing energy all throughout the tree. Even a little bit of root mass can help to restore balance as long as you're leaving the tree in the right conditions. This tree did stay in the shade for probably a week or two before eventually moving out towards the sun. It's still in some early morning powerful sun and getting some late afternoon shade, and it is just loving it. So if you want to see the tree in its complete splendor and recovery, I am going to show that at the end of the video. And so as you can see, I just went through and lopped off the bottom with that electric pole saw. Just cut off a straight section so that it was just impossible to get that section out. It was hardwood. There's still roots all the way through this area that I'm working now, and I'm just gonna hack away at it slowly but surely, still exploring, still looking at the root mass while I'm going through it. I know in previous videos I've said that I like to be a little bit more tame with my repots, but on this first initial repot, the one where you're really getting it down to the base and getting down to the bones and exploring, I think that is the one where you should be the most extreme. That way, going forward, you're only really expanding and making the roots grow from that point. It is going to be a stressful procedure, but on a tropical tree like this, it is not an amazing issue for it. So I'm going to finish hacking away at this root base. I'll pop on some music so you can watch me finish off the job, and then I will show you the tree again a month later after this video was filmed. So You'll see all the new shoots, all the new growth that's popped off since the finale of this repotting. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below and let me know what you think of the tree and the work that I did today. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.